would both go to the liquor store and they would go in, I'd give them money. So over 2 years ago, maybe even 3, I quit drinking and haven't got drunk since then. So if you want to embark on that same journey, then stick around, because I'm going to share why I did it, how I did it, and how you can go about it too, and some pros and cons about quitting. Stuff is so good. If you're looking for a good protein bar, these aren't cheap, but they're good. This isn't sponsored or anything. I just love these protein bars. Anyway, let's get into it. So first, I'm going to jump into kind of what my life looked like. Before I quit, I was 17 years old in high school, and at the time, I really wasn't making the best of decisions, but I'm going to tell you about the last time I really got drunk, and that was one like late summer night with some of my friends, and we went to this party. Out in like the middle of nowhere, and they had just an abundance of alcohol there, and I wasn't driving, so I figured like, hey, like why not just drink and really like have fun, because like I don't know, I was just like, why not? So started drinking. The party was fun, like we were music, everything, all that, and it was great at first. But then we left, and as we were leaving, they were also smoking some weed there, so I took a few hits of that. And when we left, I could already, like when I got in the car, like I just felt terrible. I was in the back, in the middle, and like just describe this, I felt terrible. I felt like the alcohol was debilitating or something like that, and like that was just like we had to pull over because I was just so like feeling bad, and I threw up on the side of the road, and like it was just terrible. I felt like crap. And then when we got back to my house, I threw up again. I didn't go into the house, I went into my backyard and threw up again. I don't even remember if I threw up anything, like, because I don't know if I couldn't, but I'm pretty sure that was the last time I really got drunk. Now, that wasn't the last time I drank, but I'm pretty sure that was the last time I really got drunk. And then now let's jump into why I quit. So why I quit was I was on probation, and I got caught selling weed and smoking weed on house arrest, and I wasn't very smart about this. Like I was kind of just like, whatever, it is what it is, and I was doing it with my friends and all that. And my mom told my probation officer, and she ended up putting me on house arrest. And that's kind of how that went. And at that point, that was a real turning point in my life where I was like, I'm gonna stop doing all these drugs. And I pretty much took a break from everything, including the weed and all that, for a while. And that was when I really stopped. Now, how I quit. So pretty much I simply separated myself from the people and the substance itself, because I know I mentioned that I went to a party and stuff, but I knew a person, and I would actually go to the store with them. And I'm not gonna say their name or anything, because I mean it was illegal and all that, but we'd both go to the liquor store, and they would go in, I'd give them money, and they'd get me a bunch of bottles. So like, I wouldn't say I was addicted to alcohol, because I wouldn't drink all those bottles. I would get like 5-6 bottles at a time, and I'd usually take one for myself and then sell the other ones. So that was in the past. Don't report me to the police or anything. And like, yeah, that's kind of how it was back then. But overall, I just avoided most situations where I knew alcohol was gonna be there, and the people that I used to kind of do it with, I kind of separated myself from that crowd. And like the person that I got the alcohol with, I didn't do that anymore. Now let's jump into some pros and cons. Let's start off with pros. So, as you saw in the thumbnail, you'll have more focus, better mood, and strength gains. That's if you cultivate the right habits. Because If you don't cultivate If you don't cultivate the right habits, then I can't really guarantee those benefits. So some examples of these good habits would be like forming exercise habits. Like, it's just obvious that exercise is such a good thing, and I have much more videos on this channel about exercise. So if you want to really get into the habit of exercising, subscribe to this channel. And like that overall, like, is a big, very big habit that's going to help you overall with everything. And then there's some other habits like outside of that, but overall focusing your efforts outside of your career, your job, your business, on improving your life and making it better by like getting good sleep, eating healthy, and forming positive relationships and exercising as well. Now with the cons. So to be honest, I don't feel like there are too much cons besides the initial period, the initial withdrawal period where you separate yourself from the substance itself and the people you did or do it with. So I feel like that is really the biggest con, which like after you get past that like challenge, then it's not nearly as hard. And one way to go about this and make it easier is maybe see if your friends or whoever you did or do it with, see if they want to quit with you and take on a better lifestyle of trying to form better positive habits and really transform their life. So, and the thing with this, you want to like, because people might be like, oh yeah, like let's do it, but a lot of people fold when the opportunity presents itself. So listen to people's actions over their words. This was a big thing with my ex-girlfriend. She drank a lot, and I tried to help her and everything, but she would be like, oh yeah, like, but like she wasn't taking action. She wasn't actually following through, and I left her because of that. Because I was like, your values don't align with mine. So really, that is how it is. If your friends or whoever you did it with is not willing to change with you, you might just have to leave them. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, it's just because like you outgrow them and you're like, you don't want to do that anymore because you know it's bad for you. So what to do here is just try and find other people that share similar values and are willing to support you in that path. No, I don't regret quitting at all, because when I quit, my life was just headed down a really bad road, and I'm glad I stopped it where it was, and I'm actually grateful for being on house arrest. I do not regret being on house arrest at all, because it taught me many lessons and it shifted my life in a positive direction. And if I was to do it over again, I'd do it the same, because it has set me on the path I am today and achieving my goals and all that. And what I realized when I quit was like, yes, I had a lot of friends that I did it with and I felt a connection with them, but I realized after I quit that those people that I was friends with, most of them were just fake friends. They weren't, I wouldn't say they were bad people, some of them kind of bad people, but I wouldn't say they were good friends to have in my life or in my corner. So if you're considering quitting, like, it's gonna just separate the real from the fake. And what I realized was a lot of the real people in my life were my family for the most part, and like my close friends were the real people in my life. So quitting is really gonna separate the fake from the real. Also, I wanna say that I don't hold resentment against any of the past people in my life. I only really wish good on people for the most part, but I do believe in karma. I do believe if you do good, you will receive good, and you work hard, you strategically work to get results, you will be rewarded. And I also believe if you lie, cheat, steal, and all the other things that you just know are morally wrong, then you're going to get bad karma. It's just that simple. And here's my summary on this part with like just kind of the like friends and the stuff like that and having like good relationships. So a lot of people only really fuck with you when they get benefits from the relationship. And I mean, that's just how it is sometimes. Like, people like this have like a take mindset. Like, they just kind of like wonder like, well, what's in it for me, for the most part. And I'd say I had a good amount of these people in my corner back then. And there's other people that have a giving mindset that usually give too much to takers because they don't feel like they have self-worth. And the third mindset that I believe everybody should strive to adopt, but it's hard to adopt, is the win-win mindset, where both parties, both people win in deals, in relationships, where it's mutually beneficial. But the thing here that is hard is that if it isn't a win-win deal, then it's a no deal. Maybe in the future you can work something out where it is a win-win deal, but if it isn't, you have to be willing to walk away from the deal, from the relationship, from whatever it is. Yeah, I'll probably do it again, but it's not like once my 21st birthday comes around, which is in a couple months, not very long from now, I'm gonna go rush out and get drunk. Like, no, like, I'll probably only do it in like social situations, and I probably won't even do it that much because I know the detrimental effects it can have on your life and just how it can make things bad for you. So really, I don't think I'll do it again. And yeah. Now I got a question for you. Do you drink, or are you trying to quit? Let me know what you're going through in the comments and we could chat it up. I'll reply. Yes, I will reply, most likely, unless this video gets 1 million comments. Hey, I really hope you enjoyed this video and maybe got something out of it that is valuable, that is going to help you change your life for the better. And if you are interested in fitness coaching, then there is going to be a link to book a call with me. So if you want to really help get that exercise habit down, then hit me up. And if you really did get value out of this video, then drop me one of those. And if you aren't already subscribed, then hit that button, because I'm trying to bring you weekly content that is going to improve your life, mainly in like exercise and stuff like that. But anyways, you know what time it is. It is time to go out there and do something awesome. I know you got it. Go out there right now, and I'll catch you later. Peace. Only thing I don't like about this bar is that it's like crummy, kind of. Not like super crummy, but there's like, it's like a cookies and cream, and like the cookie sometimes crumbles and fucking falls on my lap, and then ants get in here. First world problems, man. See, cookie crumble. It's so good, I'm licking the wrapper, bro. Yourself from the substance that would be there. Something else. Realize the dentures, the denture mental. Oh my god, that is terrible.